Rahubat Seken, Rahubat Moisa,
Rahubat.
Anoki Terry Jama, Tehuti Akenreye, Mane Zambia. So I have just two quick questions. The first question is regarding the pineal gland or the third eye. I've read, I don't remember the exact scroll above from the master teacher where he was explaining that the Mukasu deliberately contaminated our food, water, environment, and other means just to calcify and block the pineal gland, thereby preventing us from accessing its full potential. So my question regarding that is, what are some of the spiritual practices or other things we can do to help decalcify the pineal gland? And then the other question is regarding the skin suit. I understand from the teachings that once we transition, the skin suit remains. And then I've heard you mention cremation is the best method of disposing the skin suit. So, in a case where the body is buried and not cremated, are there spiritual consequences or delays in elevation due to the lingering DNA, especially because the DNA is still be active in the bone marrow? So, how best can one spiritually detached from their physical form after transitioning into higher realms so that they are no longer attached to the physical skin suits? Ashok. Those are my two questions.
Okay. What was the first question? Yeah, when people.
Rahubat Seken,
Yeah.
Rahubat Moisa, Anoki Terry Jama, Tehuti Akenreye, Mane Zambia. So I have just two quick questions. The first question is regarding the pineal gland or the third eye. I've read, I don't remember the exact scroll above from the master
Oh yeah,
teacher
that
where he
was
was
it. Yeah, got it.
explaining.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me because people said quick questions and then like you have to wait for the. But yeah, the first question about the pineal gland and the reading, I think is the atomic, if I'm not mistaken. So it's either the atomic or the seed. Is the reading you're referring to where the master teacher is explaining about because about the calcification of the pineal gland. You can also find that in the Man from Planet Risk book, and I think the Science of Healing, where he shows a diagram of an open eye and a closed eye. Some beings are limited by design not to access the higher information or higher realms. But in terms of the question you're asking, you have to do the reverse. So things like fluoride. Fluoride is one of the tools that is used to calcify the pineal gland and to stop it from opening. Because remember that these beings that want to control and subdue people, they do it by you not waking up. This is what the whole story in the Bible in terms of the tree, the one that Eve supposedly ate from to open her eyes. And when you're reading that without like knowledge now in mind, you don't even consider the fact that what eye are they talking about because they don't say, they just open the eyes were open when they ate the fruit. But as we pointed out many times, they were walking around to see the tree, to see the so-called serpent, to see that it was beautiful. So it's clearly not talking about these eyes, but another eye. Yeah, I think the reading is the seed, where the master talks about the pineal gland and that fluoride is one of the ways they put it in water to calcify and to block you from opening. So to answer the question, you just got to, for example, people don't realize they will use toothpaste that has fluoride in it. So you've got to start doing things like eating the right diets, avoiding certain things that agitate your inner being. certain stimulants, like coffee, and there are many things that agitate and that are stimulants, even, alcohol, drugs, nicotine. There are many things that, although people may use them as a form of recreation, they actually wreck creation. So yes, you have to basically start to eat right, rest, the meditation, all the spiritual practices help to raise your vibration to a point where you then, and it's not just one, because when you're looking at, people talk about the chakras, and it's not just one in isolation. It's almost like you have to be able to activate them and get them working. It's like they're there, but if they're not activated, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And then once they are activated, one at a time, it's like, you have to start with the root chakra, because the one at the bottom is the one that deals with a lot of the carnal desires and the lusts and the things that the luster. Because when we say lust can be many things, so you have to deal with that one, conquer that, and then you move on to the next and the next, and then there's a way you can align them all into one at the top, which is the root, the highest one. But in the Eastern religions, they teach you about 7, because this ties into the 7 ethers, or the 7 and 8 of the Asian stock. But we have 2 more that go above. So it's like being able to bring them all together. And in Islam, they call it the what do they call it? They don't like to talk about it. They call it like what's the term they use? The evil eye. They refer to it as the evil eye. And so when they see like depictions of maybe like beings, Hindu beings with the third eye open, they look at it like an evil eye. So they do acknowledge that the third eye exists, but they just refer to it as the evil eye. Just like people who have been trained to think that Egyptians are pagans, when they see certain symbols that you wear, like the Eye of Horus, for example, which again, it's a depiction of that, the third eye, or the pineal gland opening. And you can read a lot of that in, we have the Gospel of Yanun on the Sacred Feminine. Let me see if I've got it here. That goes into that as well. I don't think I've got it right here. But yeah, seek out that book. But yeah, that's how you will do it. You basically start to clean up yourself inside out, change your lifestyle, stop eating things with fluoride or using toothpaste with fluoride, drink water, stop all the stimulants, more meditation, more relaxation, more awareness, more mindfulness, all these things. We cover that also in our pocket-sized book that basically just summarizes a lot of information and sets you on a journey of conscious and spirituality, fast-tracked.